What's going on, family and friends? Welcome back to My Thoughts Uncut. Thank you for watching. I am your host, Terrence Manning. We're going to talk about Trump ending the TPS for Somalians in Minnesota, the temporary protective status for Somalians in Minnesota, and countless research of how they actually been fraudulent with their money. You know what? Let's just take a look.
In another news tonight, U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem was in the Twin Cities today, and tonight, Noem says that there's no final decision made yet on whether to terminate the temporary protection status for the country of Somalia.
TPS is a program that was always meant to be temporary. It's a program that is put in place, and I believe for Somalia over 30 years ago, and will need to be evaluated to make sure that it comes and is always implemented in the process for which it was intended.
According to a congressional research report, there are 705 Somali individuals covered by TPS nationwide.
Sheesh.
Minnesota has the largest Somali population in the country. Somalia's current temporary protected status extension runs through March of next year. Meantime, many Somalis gathered in Minneapolis today to publicly voice their opposition. Fox 9's Leon Purvis joining us tonight from Minneapolis. And Leon, what are they saying about the president's?
30 plus years they've been under this protective service status. You would think that and it's temporary. So you can't get mad at Trump or any other president that decides enough is enough. You don't need this status anymore, because what is it called? Temporary status. It's not permanent. So you can be uproar, you can have protests, but doesn't mean anything.
Proposal.
Well, Kelsey, many people gathered at Carmel Mall, the heart of the Somali community, to support one another.
Manta, 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 Omani waiting, manta, 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 Omani waiting.
What are these white liberal women doing out there? Is this their job, just to fight for anything that Trump says, to go against it? What are they doing out there? They're just they're always old, late 50s, 60s. What are they doing there?
Carmel Mall was packed on the fourth floor with people from the Somali community and people coming out in support. On Friday, President Trump said that he would immediately terminate temporary deportation protections from Somalis living in Minnesota, blaming them for fraud in Minnesota.
We're not here by accident. We're here to stay forever.
There are currently 500.
Hey, someone tell this guy that this is not, this is the United States of America. This isn't Somalia. Go back home. You're not staying here forever. This is a temporary status, he just said.
Somalis in Minnesota living with these protections, and a total of 700 nationwide. Many expect this to be challenged in court, but in the meantime, Somalis here say they are fearful of what's to come.
People are always going to be fearful, but we're telling our people we're greater than their fear. We have resilience. We're people that are brave.
When temporary status is revoked, federal law states it can't take effect earlier than 60 days after publication of that notice, and it has to come from the Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem.
What the president is doing is un-American. It's not Minnesotan.
It actually is American. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's an organizer, and I don't trust any organizers, really. Pretty sure he's making money by doing this as well. They always do.
The Protected Status Program for Somalis was launched in 1991 by President George H.W. Bush. It grants protections to eligible people who can't return to their homeland safely due to civil war or natural disasters.
What we decided to do is to bring our community in the heart of in the Somali community here in Minnesota.
And that's the issue. One of the main issues that I and many others have is you're trying to bring your culture over to the United States of America. You left that culture because it was not good for you and family, because of the violence there and just how the people there are. And you want it to be better. You want to have better livelihood in the United States of America. So why would you bring that culture that you left? Why not embrace American culture? You're trying to make Somalia in Minnesota. That's not what we want. You left the same thing you're trying to fight for now. It doesn't make any sense.
President Donald Trump says he is taking action to end legal immigration status for some Somalis in Minnesota. In a social media post tonight, the president says he is ending temporary protected status effective immediately. The post on True Social says Minnesota, under Governor Walz, is a
one
hub
of the
of
worst
fraudulent
governors.
money laundering activity, and billions of dollars are missing. Temporary protected status is granted to foreign countries who meet requirements for things like ongoing wars and natural disasters that prevent citizens from returning home safely. The current protected status for the country of Somalia extends through March of next year. As of March of this year, 705 Somali nationals were covered by TPS in the entire country, according to U.S. Citizen and Immigration.
Look how many are in Minnesota. More than half are in Minnesota. More than half. It's a melting pot for Somalians. I've been to Minnesota before. It's literally it's all Somalians there. Pretty much.
Services data. A 2023 fact sheet from the Immigrant Law Center said about 430 Somalis in Minnesota fall under that protection. The Council on American Islamic Relations says this change will cause some families to be separated in some cases.
There are families who are currently having their children grow up in the United States as full citizens, as born in the United States, but their parents may be holding a TPS status. That means that we'll be breaking families who have been here legally.
What? Why? What are you talking about breaking families? What? Take your kids with you. What? What? They go with you. Why are you leaving your kids here? Take your kids with you. Raise them in Somalia because you're waving the Somalian flag. You're protesting with the Somalian flag with you. You're speaking in your language. You're not speaking English. So just go back home. You want to bring Somalia to Minnesota. No. Go back home. That's where the entire country is your culture. Raise your kids there. Because you're not allowed to just come into a country and suck up their resources when you're doing illegal activity as well. And it's a temporary status. It's not forever.
Minnesota Representative Ilhan Omar, the first Somali American member of Congress, said tonight, "I am a citizen, and so are a majority of Somalis in America. Good luck celebrating a policy change that really doesn't have much impact on the Somalis you love to hate.
She's the
we
worst.
are here to stay."
Now we're going to look into some fraud that Somalis commit during the COVID period and just throughout their time here.
Questionable use of your tax dollars. 5 investigates found a once celebrated nonprofit received hundreds of thousands of dollars in public money even after its board chair was charged with fraud.
The organization is Kajog. It won awards over the years for the work that it did with Somali kids. But 5 investigates found that its board chair was charged in a massive Medicaid fraud case in 2023. Now, in the last 2 years after those charges were filed, our team discovered that the State Department of Human Services kept sending the nonprofit hundreds of thousands.
After they were guilty, they still sent them money. $619,000 was granted after they were already found guilty for fraud.
Thousands of dollars in state grants. We brought our findings to Republican State Representative Isaac Schultz.
There are hundreds of employees at the Department of Human Services, and they're letting this stuff just fly willy-nilly and not having any level of accountability. And they are certainly absent strong program integrity measures.
Questionable use of your tax dollars. 5 investigators.
And here's another video of it.
Dollars in taxpayer money out of the country. Lou Goose has a look at the brand new charges today.
The 74th person to be charged in the $300 million Feeding Our Future meal fraud case, Ahmed Naji Sheikh, is the brother of one of the most notorious defendants, Abdi Aziz Farah, who was recently sentenced to 28 years in prison. Farah was convicted with a group of others of stealing $50 million of taxpayer money. Now his brother Sheikh is accused of helping him launder that money.
Now, see, and that's the, like, what is going on here? Laundering money. So you get protective statuses here, and then you decide to rob the taxpayers' money of and you want sympathy from us, you are literally taking our tax-paying dollars and committing fraud. That can't happen. That can't happen. We need to shut it down.
Did you hear about the $14 million Medicare scheme that gave a Minneapolis woman enough money to go and buy herself some property in Kenya with taxpayer dollars? Here's what Asa Farhan Hassan did. She got her Somali neighbors in Minneapolis to sign their kid ups for autism treatments when they didn't even have autism. She then filed Medicare claims that said the kids were receiving treatments, and she gave kickbacks to the families up to $1,500.
So now we're using kids and fake illnesses for kids to launder money and to commit fraud and to use Americans and to basically take advantage of our sympathy, especially when it comes to kids and kids having illnesses, especially for autism. So these people are using that to their advantage to get rich, to live a luxurious lifestyle instead of just working hard and creating something, inventing something, building something legitimately. These people, the worst.
A month each. She ended up filing like $14 million in fake claims, and she also did another $500,000 in fake food bank claims on a food program. She went nuts with the money, including buying herself real estate in Kenya. Don't you just love paying taxes?
You see what I mean? And people want us to have sympathy for these types of people and their culture. This is their culture. This is what they bring into the United States of America. And I'm tired of it. And I know you people are tired of it too, family and friends, because I don't want my tax-paying dollars to go to some fraudulent scheme. I want it to go to improving our cities, our states in America, not to some person or people that are just trying to come here and get rich quick schemes. And that's why Trump is right. We need to end this temporary protective status for Somalians, and they need to go back home. Figure it out there. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for all my other videos. See ya. Peace.